Let's I want to go to a couple of dudes. They're quarterbacks. We know that they didn't test. We know that their names are Shedeur and Cam. Give us your professional opinion. I mean, all right. Let me stop. The narrative that those two quarterbacks would still go after last year's Bo Nix in that order. Do you agree with that or disagree?
I disagree with that.
You disagree with that. Okay.
I think that Shedeur, Cam Ward, and Jaxon Dart are all better prospects than Michael Penix and Bo Nix. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I think. They're all better prospects. All three of them. Yeah. And yes, I said Jaxon Dart is a better prospect than Bo Nix was and Michael Penix was. I said
that's
it.
Right, baby. All right. Now we're cooking with something. I was watching a little bit of Cam Ward. Granted, a highlight package of 15 minutes, and it's going to be it was really all positive. But let me tell you something. I was impressed. He looked good. I mean, he's like, number one, he's got a freaking cannon.
Big time cannon.
Number two, he's got fantastic pocket awareness. I thought that was what really jumped out at me as well. Like, he was able to feel around. He knew pressure was coming from this way, coming from that way. He stepped up to the side. If he could harness that, if he could, recognize that pocket awareness as a pro, because obviously it's going to be different. What are we talking about here? This Cam Ward will be better than, I think, what we see out of C.J. Stroud so far, and that's a little crazy, but certainly maybe Anthony Richardson. So I'm going back now 2 classes. Yeah. I think Cam Ward can be special. Now, take it away. Let me push it back.
I don't disagree with you. I think that he's got the highest ceiling out of anybody in this class, dude. Like, I like Cam Ward. Cam Ward, the reason, so my rankings sit as I've got Sheduer Sanders as my QB1, Jaxon Dart is my QB2, and Cam Ward is my QB3. Now, I just talked well about Cam Ward, and people will say, well, then why the hell do you have him as your QB3? I look at these top 3 quarterbacks this is a choose your own adventure. Choose your flavor of ice cream. Which one do you like? And Cam Ward, for all the high-end moments with Cam Ward, he looks like a difference-making quarterback. He looks like a Pro Bowl level quarterback. He looks like a guy that if he hits his absolute ceiling, he can come in and we could be talking about next year about how Cam Ward's a top 7, top 8 quarterback in the NFL. If he hits his ceiling. If the problem with Cam Ward is I see a lot of Caleb Williams moments where he feels like he needs to wear the Superman cape every single damn down. And there is a lot of erratic stuff with Cam Ward. Cam Ward, the consistency down to down has to improve. He will go on cold streaks. He will get rattled. His ball placement will escape him, and he'll throw behind receivers. He'll get hung up on progressions. And that is the wide range of outcomes of what for Cam Ward. If he hits his ceiling, he will be a top 7, top 8 quarterback in the NFL. Bookmark that. My problem with him is he is not as clean of an evaluation as Sheduer Sanders and Jaxon Dart.
Okay.
He's just not. And now, if you want to take the ultimate home run swing, then Cam Ward is your guy. If you want the guy that can play from the pocket, do off-script stuff, has the best ball placement out of anybody in this whole freaking class, then your flavor is Sheduer Sanders. And I do not. Hold on. I need to get myself ready for this. I need to stretch. I don't want to pull anything. I'm not as young as I once was here. All of the narratives around Sheduer Sanders are absolute and total, unbelievable amounts of bullshit. He does not have problems with his arm. His arm is strong enough to make every single damn throw you need in the NFL.
And he drops it in a bucket also.
Dude, his accuracy is freaking nasty.
Yeah.
Like, he will put the ball. It's the same thing I said about C.J. Stroud. It's ball placement porn, dude. It is just highlight reel stuff where you are like, oh my Lord, how did you put it there? And that kind of stuff matters. The difference between you hitting a guy in the numbers, throwing accurately, throwing with anticipation, and hitting guys in stride is the difference sometimes between a 40-yard gain and a 60-yard touchdown. It's the difference between a 15-yard gain and you getting smacked behind the line or something. You limit yak opportunities for your wide receivers when you cannot throw them open or throw them in stride. It's a truth. And Sheduer Sanders is accurate as all get out, man.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good quarterback, and he's a deserved top 5 pick in this class. If he slips past that, then some team is getting a steal. And, I could sit here and wax poetic. I don't know, if y'all want me to go on a Jaxon Dart rant, but again, talking about like narratives and this quarterback class and all this other kind of stuff, it's just like people get so ingrained in their narratives, and you're just like, what do you want? Like, I don't understand what you want out of these kids and these prospects sometimes.
No, we want you to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers' next quarterback, please.
Jaxon Dart.
Yeah.
Jaxon Dart. If they're smart, it's going to be Jaxon Dart.
That's what I'm afraid of. That they're too smart.
If he makes it there, I'll say that also, because I've heard stuff consistently throughout the entire process from various people, and I'm not claiming to be Ian Rappaport. I'm not claiming to be Adam Schefter. I'm not claiming to be Jordan Schultz. That I'm not. I'm just telling you what I've heard trickling around, and is that Jaxon Dart will be a top 15 pick in the NFL draft. And I've said that for weeks, and now you're seeing more people are coming around to it. Now, Jaxon Dart is going to go in the first round, and Jaxon Dart's going to be top 20. He's going to be top 15 in this class, and he deserves to be. He deserves to be. I don't care about narratives. I don't care about any of that crap, man. What I care about is that Jaxon Dart plays on schedule. Jaxon Dart is a very nuanced player. He can play both from shotgun and he can play in the pocket. His footwork is pretty freaking good, man. His deep ball is awesome. He can layer second-level throws. These are all things you need to do as an NFL quarterback. Some guys come into the NFL, they can do it, and some guys can't. Jaxon Dart can. And he's also
RPOs too.
Back it up. Like, wait, I just don't understand, like, why, if he's not a first-round pick, somebody's going to have to tell me why. Because I'm looking at a player that last year was top 12 in passing grade, adjusted completion rate, yards per attempt, big-time throw rate, adjusted completion rate from a clean pocket passer rating. Top 12 in all of those metrics, and we're talking about a player that can create off script, and he offers you scrambling ability. I didn't say rushing ability. I said opportunistic scrambling ability. But apparently that's not worth the first-round pick.
But he can rush, or he can run. He just kind of like Sheduer Sanders. They say he's not fast. He's not bold. But if he chooses to run, when he chooses to run, he picks his time.
Yes.
I
don't disagree with any of that.
Smart way of doing it,
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
Two questions here. First, do you think because of how much people are talking about the running back class, tight end class, that the receiver class and quarterback class are getting pushed down, the narrative's getting pushed down because of that?
Yep. Yeah, I think to a certain extent. And I think we do this with every class to a certain extent too. Like, the closer we get to the NFL draft, people when the draft is a far off entity and it's on the horizon, you can't really see it, but it's a small silhouette, and you're like, ooh, that's the NFL draft for 2026. Yep. And as it comes closer into the frame, people are like, oh, it's beautiful, it's wonderful. It's kind of, I don't know, it's getting uglier. The closer it gets, it's getting uglier. I don't know. The narratives are what pushes us every single year, man. And it's just like last year, such a terrible, terrible running back class. Oh, okay, because Tyrone Tracy didn't happen. Oh, that's okay, because Bucky Irving didn't happen. Right. That's right. Sorry, I missed all of that. We're so ingrained in what all these narratives are that I push back against this shit every single year, because I'm like, okay, let's look at this objectively. The tight end class is good, but the top 3 of this class are really good. Now, none of those players, I think, are truly, truly elite, like to the level of a Sam Laporta, Brock Bowers that we've seen come out in the last few years. Maybe Tyler Warren ends up being that, but he's the only one that I could see like getting into that range. So like the tight end class, I think is actually worse than what a lot of people think it is, because of testing and because of how I look at these guys. The wide receiver class, I think, is miles better than people are giving it credit. And the quarterback class, dude, if I'm telling you I got 3 quarterbacks with first round grades, my question is, okay, to be a good quarterback class, how many guys got to go in the first damn round? Because every year is not 5 first round quarterbacks.
And how many first round quarterbacks actually pan out too?
Yes. Because the jury is still out on Michael Penix. We don't even know if he's going to be good. Yeah,
let me give you three names, quarterback names that I'm really interested in: Cook, Shough, and McCord. What do you think?
No, I know the last one. What was the second one?
Oh, Shough. Tyler Shough.
Shough.
I say it wrong.
No, it looks like you should say it Shough. I said it like, but it's Shough. And the best way I could tell people at home, and I said this in the Stanford Senior Bowl, Shough is gonna, I'll let you finish that sentence.
Okay.
So Shough, looking at these 3 different guys, I like Tyler Shough. I've said that from the beginning of this, and people make their jokes, and they say, "Oh, Tyler Shough has been in college since Justin Herbert, and he was his backup." And Tyler Shough is older than this guy or this guy. He's 25. He's 25. Right. He's not 30. He's not Brandon Whedon. Okay. He's
oh my God, that name. Holy cow.
I just okay, we can have a conversation. If he's a wide receiver, running back, tight end, whatever the position you want to talk about. If he's 25, okay, fine. Let's have a conversation about it. He's a quarterback. If he's actually any good, he's still playing for the next 10 to 12 years, dude. So, I don't care about that. Don't care about that at all. Tyler Shough is a player that I think probably should go somewhere around round 3 of the NFL draft. Right. I think he's a better prospect than a lot of people give him credit for, although I've heard a lot of people have kind of gone the other way, and now they're talking about him and putting him in a light that I don't think he can pay off on some of the hype that he's getting by some of the people that are over the moon and saying, okay, maybe he's QB2 or QB3 of this class. Like, okay, let's not get it twisted. Let's not get crazy here. I have him as QB4, and I think he's QB4 standing in a tier by himself.
Interesting.
He's got some erratic moments to his accuracy. There are holes to poke in his game, but there are also really good moments where the ball placement's pretty damn good. He can make throws from multiple arm angles. We saw how he tested. He can offer you something as far as mobility. There are some Matthew Stafford moments to his game. Now, am I comparing him to Matthew Stafford? No. But there are times when you're watching his film and you're like, oh, shit, that was a really nice off-script play. Yeah. He just threw it around a guy from a 3/4 angle. Not everybody can do that. So
he's quietly good.
Yeah, I like him. I'll be taking some shots on him in 3rd rounds of rookie draft.